was trying to talk me out of work and into going fishing. Then he wiggled his nose and we were up in a tree stand. A 10-point buck in front of me and a rifle in my hand. And I said, Mike, are you some kind of Cajun Santa? He said, no, son, you're just dreaming that you've died and gone to Louisiana.
You see these roseau cane, Mike? That tells me that's a firm bottom. And of all the places in this particular cove, if I could only fish one, it'd be right in front of those roseau cane. He whacked it right over there by the grass. There's a better one. Now, Dan, don't make me catch them all.
Well, I might have to steal one of your lures.
This is Captain Mike Gallo with Angling Adventures of Louisiana. We're fishing speckled trout in the Biloxi marsh today in late October.
This is where you hook them in the mouth.
Okay, there you go. That's your pointer, Mike.
Yeah, see? You got, and look, more than one hook in there.
Dan says that if you put him on him, he can hook him.
That's it.
He had a safety line on him.
Let me see that smile, Dan. Look, you see that? Now that's a happy hooker, folks. A happy hooker.
Happy hooker. Yeah.
I believe the trout are still in their transition pattern, coming from spawning and migrating into the marsh. Generally, I don't think of them as being in deep shell-laden bottoms until 60-degree water temperature consistent. And that'll hold until it gets to about 53, and then it's really tough to catch them. By the time the water temperature gets to be 53 degrees, live bait won't be available as far as shrimp, and you'll strictly be bouncing plastics real slow on the bottom. It'll be a very subtle bite. But that time frame from 65 down to 55 is generally when you can really catch a lot of fish in the marsh. And that should take place second week of October all the way to Thanksgiving.
Now, what water depth do you like when you say deep water and things like that?
Deep water can be anywhere from 8 to 20 feet. And in Louisiana, that's deep, since today we're in 2 feet of water. They're hanging off that little point. That's about 1.5 feet of water. I got to get a better cast next to that grass. He probably saw us in the background so close to the boat. Whenever you fish in top water, you want to make long casts away from the boat, because as the fish approaches your topwater lure, if he sees you in the background, he's probably not going to come back. So having it far away, better chance that he won't see you.
Got one fooled.
Well, it's about time.
Well, I want to show you that they still had a couple in here.
Look, that's how the Cajuns catch them. They hog tie them.
That's it. You got to put that Cajun hog on it.
Steer wrestling.
Dan says he's not into quantity, he's into quality.
I'm into quality.
Even if he's got a hook in his side, he don't care.
They taste the same.
You know, when you get to be my age, you know, you live on Social Security.
That trout goes good with government cheese.
Since I didn't get a raise on Social Security this year.
Oh,
you know?
here we go. Don't look at me, I paid my taxes.
That's quality fish. That's a true fisherman that can catch fish any size. That's a good fish.
Another healthy one.
Yeah. And it's in the mouth too.
Mike, have you realized I've been advertising with you for 10 years?
Isn't that amazing? It doesn't seem like it, but you're right, 10 years.
That's been a long time, and I need to just go ahead and tell you thanks, because you got a very good product, and I get a lot of traffic from there.
That's a keeper.
Oh, look at there. Those are in there.
They got 2 fish caught that time.
Oh, don't pick on me too long, we'll be on the ground. We gotta tear it loose. Tear it loose, the customer left this jacket on the boat. I don't have much investment in it.
So you see, he has no scruples about taking customer stuff.
I didn't take anything, he left it. You're trying to put words in my mouth.
Hey, we just heard what you said.
Yeah, but you didn't listen to what I said.
Well, interpretation is the thing you got.
Look, you're getting behind. You better put fish in the boat. That's all I can tell you.
Okay, you got 5 in the box and I got 3.
You'd think he's a vegetarian the way he keeps catching grass.
No, I was putting it there.
And if I see a minnow jump or a boil in the water, I certainly want to cast in that area. That's what we call nervous water. And it's just a place where there's going to be some predators. I got this one. You gotta like them trout that make the drag go. Look at that thing in the water, Mike. You see him down there? He's gonna come in the boat with you. Ah!
There's a keeper trout. Look out, Dan, he's coming your way.
That's right. Now he's taking my type of fish.
Yeah, monkey see, monkey do.
That fish must have followed me here from the bridges in Lake Pontchartrain.
Good fish.
Another hog tying job.
Oh, if he's smaller, he's about the same size, like in the mold, you know?
Yeah, that's good. I like that size mold. Not with all those hooks.
Now, you don't want mold radiation on that. What do you call it? Remediation.
Remediation.
You like that kind of
Yes, sir. Well, he was hooking them out, that's for sure.
I just had another one blow up on me.
That's a good trout.
Ooh, he's barely hooked. You better put him in the boat, he's barely hooked. He loves to hit that railing before he puts him in the boat.
Yeah, he wants to challenge.
Bang!
That's barely hooked. The sun has gone in slightly, and that has really helped the bite.
It really helps to fish top water in low light conditions. And I know you hear people talk about fishing them early morning or late evening. Those are definitely going to be low light conditions when the sun is low on the horizon. When you have cloud cover, you can fish at top water all day. All it amounts to is, I tell my customers that at 6 a.m. in the morning, we can look at the sun with our bare eyes, no problem. But at 10 o'clock, you wouldn't dare look at the sun without your glasses. Same thing for the trout. When he's approaching your lure from underneath, clear blue sky, the sun is going to hurt his eyes. In low light conditions, they'll feed on the surface all day long. So that's a good tip for fishing top waters, low light conditions. That fish is low on iron. I'm gonna see if I can put some in his jaw. Dan used to tell me when we first started fishing that in October, he put up all of his fishing rods to concentrate on duck hunting. And I told him I couldn't believe that October and November is definitely some of the best times of the year to fish in the marsh. So fortunately, he fishes in the marsh now in October, November, and he puts up his guns. He doesn't shoot any ducks.
Well, what it was during that period of time, duck hunting, I was a hard duck hunter. Fishing was second nature. But now that I'm a little bit older, I get out here and try to do a little more fishing than duck hunting.
Do we need the dynamite or the gaff?
Need a gaff.
Got him gassed right in the mouth.
Yeah.
He gonna get in your hand. Everybody wants to be on Mike Lane's show. Ripping lips. That's a little plug for Stan.
You wasn't shy, huh?
I think we've definitely had an improvement in the size of our fish. Due to Katrina, we have less shrimpers dragging trawls on the bottom. More shrimpers seem to push wing nets, and that gets less bycatch, and I think with more bycatch in the water is a healthier food population for the fish, and we're seeing healthier fish populations. Yeah, I can see my shadow in the water, the sun's come out. That's gonna kill the topwater bite. We're gonna go catch some redfish in the Biloxi marsh with spinners. Here, Mr. Redfish. We are deep in the Biloxi marsh, and we're gonna chase redfish with spinner baits. Water's a little high, so we're gonna have to make sure we cast real close to the grass. Let it helicopter down a little ways and then bring it back on a slow retrieve, kind of like a crankbait. And we're looking to catch some. I don't think it's gonna take too long. Nice clean water, good temperature. Late October, we're gonna catch some fish.
We had a great day in the Biloxi Marsh with Dan Cuvion and Mike Gallo. And it was a little windy today, but Mike knows where to fish and put us on the fish. And when I first got ready to do this television show, a guy told me I had a face for the radio. So that's why you hear my voice and don't always see my face, because I have a face for radio.
Hi, this is Captain Mike Gallo with Angling Adventures of Louisiana. I've enjoyed celebrating my 10 years with Mike Lane on Rod and Reel. I had a wonderful day on the water with Dan Cuvion and Mike Lane. If you want to reach me, you can find me through my website, which is www.aaofla.com, or of course you can find me through rodandreel.com. My office number is 985-781-7811. It's been a pleasure. Signing off.
In this segment, we're fishing with Mike Gallo. We're riding in his Cajun limo in the Biloxi Marsh. Look at these turns. We really enjoyed it, but we're proceeding at a safe speed, and don't try this at home. Anyway, we're going to go after redfish today, and we're going to be using a little live bait, but mostly we're going to be using plastics with a spinner, and it's fun to fish with Mike. He's very knowledgeable. If you pay attention to what he says, you'll learn a lot, so enjoy.
We are deep in the Biloxi marsh, and we're going to chase redfish with spinner baits. Water's a little high, so we're gonna have to make sure we cast real close to the grass. Let it helicopter down a little ways and then bring it back on a slow retrieve, kind of like a crankbait. And we're looking to catch some. I don't think it's gonna take too long. Nice clean water, good temperature. Late October, we're gonna catch some fish. Dan, the water's a little higher than what we're accustomed to. So make sure you really get a slow presentation. You get down to the bottom half of the water. It's only about 2 feet deep, but we want to work that bottom foot of water. You know he'll want to hang out right there. Get him, Captain Dan. Need me to net him?
Come on, don't you bite me.
There we go. Come on, not that grass. Oh boy. Oh, he's got some multi-spots. Oh, he come loose right there.
I can't say that on.
Nah, we're gonna swing him. Maybe. There's a Biloxi marsh redfish. I hope I don't fall off this ledge and Mike Lane films me getting up out of the marsh.
I got the net.
Big old orange one. Boy, he ate that spinner, huh? It's all the way in there. Look at that fat one. Boy, he's orange. Whew. You think he wanted that spinner? He wanted that. It is in there. He got it. I caught this on an H&H. It's probably gonna pull right out. LSU colored H&H. And he hit it pretty hard. Look at that bent wire. His tail's blue. Oh, quick release in the boat.
I got him. I got him. I got him. Just keep doing your thing.
Mike, this is an indication of the type of area I try to find in the marsh. As you can see in the background, not everywhere they have roseau cane. So having this stand of canes here is an indication that there's hard, firm bottom. I can drag my sinker along the bottom, a good heavy sinker, which will give me an indication there might be a shell reef down there, and that'll be a good place for me to fish in the fall of the year. I look for them year round, but I sort of store them in my memory as to when later parts of the year come in the fall. It's going to be a great area for me to try. And this will work in any bayou across the state. So in your area, you see a stand of cane, at least drag the bottom with your sinker and try to make sure there's shells there, and in the fall you can fish it. This is a good area for flounder this time of year, late October, after a couple of cold fronts. Shrimp start migrating back to the Gulf of Mexico. Flounder are migrating towards the Gulf of Mexico, looking to spawn. They'll stage in sandy areas. They like points with a lot of current. This is a point, you can see the current rolling past it. Flounder is basically an ambush predator. So if you find those types of areas, steep ledges and points, you'll have an opportunity to catch flounder. It's a little windy today, but we're gonna give it a try. You see the sand on the shoreline over there? Not something you see a lot of in Louisiana, sand bottom. That's a flounder. Hang on, I got the net. Keep him beside the boat.
Double Dan.
When a speckled trout hits a shrimp, his intention is to kill it or disorient it. So they'll hit it right here, kind of like his neck. There's some around behind it and fold it in half. And that way the horn on the head and the tail doesn't poke him in the mouth while he's swallowing it. So it takes some time for him to get it down. I like to hold my rod almost straight up and down and let the fish take it. I'll feel lots of taps, but I wait for what I call the commitment, where the fish swims off. I let him take it until he's parallel to the water, and then I'm in perfect position to come back and set the hook. And that is a good tech tip for live shrimp. I've enjoyed celebrating my 10 years with Mike Lane on Rod and Reel. I had a wonderful day on the water with Dan Cuvillon and Mike Lane. If you want to reach me, you can find me through my website, which is www.aaofla.com, or of course you can find me through rodandreel.com. My office number is 985-781-7811. It's been a pleasure. Signing off.